Hi there, my name is Garrett McQueen. I'm a guest artist here at McPhail, and this is the MMEA All-State Band Audition Etude for Bassoon. There are a couple things to look at when you're preparing this etude. First and foremost, articulations. There are some very specific ways in which slurs are used, and that gives you an opportunity to show how bouncy you can sound on the instrument in relation to the slurs, something a little like this. So if you can, make sure to put a little separation between the notes that aren't slurred so that we can really hear the difference between the articulated notes and the slurred notes. Another important aspect of this etude is looking at the dynamics. So if you skip over to measures 11 and 12, you have to give yourself plenty of room to grow, but back away immediately so you can get that subito piano in. It's like this. So something very important to pay attention to there. In the slower section, in the andantino section, at the very beginning, you have to give yourself enough room on that E to really grow. So I would suggest practicing how softly you can play that opening E natural in measure 17. So that you have, again, enough room to grow. And then, of course, as you continue, be sure to pay attention to those dynamics, all of the swells, and especially that diminuendo at the end of the slow section. You have to give yourself plenty of air to push through those low notes to make sure all of the notes come out, but at the same time, paying attention to the diminuendo that's written. So when you're at home, just practice in the same way we practiced how softly we can play the E natural in the staff. Same thing for the E natural below the staff. And then finally, when you're back to the fast passage, keep your subdivision going because we have duples coming up at the end of the etude. So you're playing through your triplets. While you're playing those, you have to think about the duple as well so that you can flip over and flip back at the very end of this. So with your metronome, practice playing triplets and duples in the same tempo. So that you can flip back and forth. And then, of course, at the very end, you have a subito forte. So really give it all you got at the very end, just to make sure everyone hears that you really understand those dynamics. And open up that embouchure for that last low G so that it doesn't crack. And if you think about all of those things, you should be able to play this etude beautifully.